Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Movies and Margaritas. My name is Bill, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about the 4K release of Gemini Man, starring Will Smith and directed by Ang Lee. Now, with this movie, the one thing I gotta say, I gotta start off saying right away, is that this movie looks ridiculous. It looks amazing. It runs at a natural 60 frames per second, where most releases run at a standard of 24 frames. This runs at 60. There's not many films that have actually been put out physically that run at 60, and it shines through on this film. It looks amazing. It looks incredible. It's jaw-dropping. This is the kind of movie you put on when you have friends and family over, just to see their reaction. It's like 3D, but without 3D glasses. I've never seen anything like this. Now, as far as the story goes, let's just get right into it, because this movie has had so many bad reviews, and I don't understand why. Is this movie going to blow your mind? Like, is it that incredible? No. But is it as bad as everybody said it is? Absolutely not. It's a good action film. It's Will Smith doing what Will Smith does best, and Will Smith does action films very, very well. If you've seen iRobot, Independence Day, I Am Legend, the Bad Boys trilogy, you know what you're gonna get. It's Will Smith doing what Will Smith does best. Now, with that said, Will Smith plays the character of Henry Brogan. He's a government hitman who's had 72 confirmed kills, but he's ready to retire. His aim is not as good as it used to be, and he's a little concerned that the next time he might be just a little bit off, and an innocent bystander is going to be in the line of fire, and he doesn't want to have that on his shoulder. He's having a little hard time looking at himself in the mirror these days, because he doesn't want to do this anymore. He's having a hard time sleeping at night, thinking about everybody he's taken out over the years. It's time to retire. It's time to be done with it. Now, obviously, the government agency doesn't want him to retire. He's the best sniper they've ever seen, so they don't want to lose him. So what they do is, when he decides to retire, they place Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character of Danny at this boat dock. Now, Will Smith is about to take a boat out into the out to the ocean, out to sea, to go meet a friend of his who's on a cruise ship. Now, he meets up with this friend of his by the name of Jack, an old military friend, who lets Will Smith know that this gentleman that he just took out in his last hit was not a bioterrorist like Will Smith had been told by the government agency, but he was just a regular doctor that the agency wanted gone. Now, Will Smith has to try to figure out why would they do this? Why would they feed me this wrong information? Tell me this guy was a terrorist, but really he wasn't. Why would they want me to do that? Now, the government agency has the boat that Will Smith's on actually tapped. So they're hearing all this information that's going on, all this stuff that's going on, so they know that now Will Smith has the indication, like, hey, wait a minute, something's up. But before Will Smith has a chance to really let that all sink in, they're sending hitmen after him and assassins. But before I get too far ahead of myself, Will Smith realizes that Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character of Danny is an undercover agent, and she's been keeping an eye on him. But she has a good heart. She's not corrupt like everybody else, and they become good friends by the end of this film. But because she has become friends with Will Smith, now she's in the line of fire. Everybody's after these two. Now they're heading off to Colombia. That's their first stop that you're going to find. They head off to Colombia, and they hook up with a friend of Will Smith by the name of Baron. He lets him stay in his place in Colombia. But there's no rest and relaxation, because before you know it, they're greeted by the clone of Will Smith. Now, anybody who's seen the trailer knows that that's what this film is about. Old Will Smith versus young Will Smith. And with this clone, what you find out is that a man by the name of Clay Veris, played by Clive Owen, owns an independent agency, and he's working with the government agency. And he trained Will Smith when Will Smith was younger. So in his eyes, he knows that he feels that Will Smith is the best sniper he's ever seen. So he wants to make sure that he can continue have Will Smith work for him and perform these hits. So he has a few years previous he had collected some blood samples from Will Smith and created a clone. And his plan is once Will Smith's retired, now he can go and he can have an army of Will Smith clones doing all a perfect military army as far as he's concerned. So Clay Varys, Clive Owen's character, he's a little bit out there. He has at the end of the movie he does have a few lines where it does make a little bit of sense. Like his intentions are well, but he's just a little the way he's doing it isn't the proper way of handling the situation. So the action sequences that take place, the best ones are all with Will Smith against his clone. In Colombia, there's an incredible bike chase between the two of them. They head off. Then they eventually head off to Budapest. Now in Budapest, there's an old chamber with like a huge well of water. There's a big fight that starts out in this underground catacombs that wind up with them landing in this huge well of water. Just really good action sequences that Ang Lee, he's known for the action sequences. He delivers again in this movie. It doesn't disappoint. But other than that, I mean, there's not too much more that I can say about this film. It's a good action film. Like I said, it's not going to blow your mind. It's not horrible. Is it worth a watch? Absolutely. Is it worth a watch just for the visuals alone? If you have a 4K television and a 4K player, you better believe it. This movie, it's definitely worth it just for that. The acting's good. Will Smith's good. He's likable as Henry Brogan. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, she's very likable. I've liked her in most movies that I've seen her in, especially Scott Pilgrim. That her role in that film comes to mind. I really like her in that one. But the action sequences are good. The story is good. It's definitely worth checking out if you get the chance. But should there be a lot of hate for this movie? Nah, I don't think so. I think if it's a good popcorn action flick. If you just on a Friday night or Saturday night, you just want to sit around and watch a good action movie. This is one definitely to take a chance on and check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So everyone, have a good night, and I'll be checking in with you guys. Probably not tomorrow, but at least maybe by Wednesday. I'll try to pop up another video, and I have a few ideas coming at the end of the week. I had a friend of mine gave me a recommendation on something that I could possibly do, so I think I might follow through with that on Friday or Saturday night this week. So be on the lookout for that. And again, Gemini Man on 4K. If you can find it on the cheap, go for it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Just know that you're not gonna have your visually you'll have your mind blown. Story wise, been there, done that type of film. But guys, have a great night, and I'll catch you guys later.